like I was hit by a truck this morning and was contemplating maybe I would just sleep in instead of going to church. This afternoon I'm bringing my son Sam, helping him move to the east side of the state. So I thought maybe I would just get a little bit of rest, extra rest, but then I knew that wasn't going to be the best thing, and if I just got up, started getting ready, that I would feel a lot better, and of course that is what happened. But I want to tell you, I got there early, and I went down to the prayer room. It's kind of a safe place to go, and I like sometimes just hanging out down there when I'm waiting for service to start. And so I have two precious friends come in, getting ready after first service to be down in the prayer room for people. And I said, well, how would you guys like to pray for me? So my prayer was, on this 90-day healing journey, there's still times when I stick things in my mouth that I shouldn't eat without even thinking about it. It's just kind of habit. So when I'm cooking for the other people in my family, I stick things in my mouth, or I just have weak moments where I just eat something I shouldn't, and I'm doing better than I've ever done before. But the more I'm learning, you have to sell out. Chris Work of Chris Beat Cancer, who I follow, says 100% is easy, 99% is hard. And that is so true, because if you don't make that decision that you're really going to go all in and change, making massive changes, then you're not going to have massive results. And so for the last year, I've been doing really well, but I still have moments where my flesh takes over, and sometimes it's not even thought. I just do it. And then other times it is thought, and I just say, well, tomorrow's another day, and heaven doesn't sound all that bad these days. So I'm going to enjoy this, whatever it is, because if I go to heaven, if it doesn't work, if this natural 90-day, or this natural more than 90-day actually healing plan doesn't work, then what's the worst that could happen? I get to go to heaven. But there's been this conviction when I think about the Apostle Paul, and he talks about, for me to live is, or for me to die is gain, but for me to live is actually better. And I'm paraphrasing, but I've thought that so many times. For me to die is gain. And it's so true, because I get to be in heaven. I get to see my Sydney, my mom, and other people who I love that have gone before me. But there's a world out there of people who don't know Jesus. There's a world out there of people who will end up in hell eternally. And my purpose here, for as long as I am here, whatever time God gives me, is to make sure that I take as many people to heaven with me as I can. So that was my prayer this morning, and with those gals, I said, I need to die to flesh. I need my spirit to be the one that leads me, and the flesh needs to die. Because even though I can look forward to heaven, that's the worst thing that could happen. I'm going to go to heaven, which is not the worst thing, it's actually the best thing. But I need to stay strong, and I need to heal so that I can be here longer to do God's work. And so that was my prayer this morning. Then I go and sit in the service, and Pastor Josh quotes that scripture. It's up on the slide. For me to die is gain. And I said, all right. And he talked about what my exact prayer request was. So not knowing, that's what was going to be talked about in the service this morning. That's what I pray for. And then I hear that affirmation. Isn't it just like God to do that? He's so good like that. He always does it. So then I just knew, okay, it's done. My prayer's already been answered. So I'm making this video right now because I want accountability. Because I want others out there to know who are following my journey that it's not easy, but I am working on dying to flesh so that I can live for the Spirit and bring more people to heaven with me and continue to do God's work as long as I am here. That I am choosing to live with an eternal perspective, and because I love God's people and I want more of them to come to heaven with me. So this also is how I feel that I can, in this time that I'm in, live life to the full. So whatever it is that you're going through, know that you too can take on that eternal perspective, that you can embrace adversity, you can embrace even the hard things that you have to go through for the cause of Christ. You can embrace it. You, as a Christian, can live that out with an eternal perspective so that those who are not believers can see God in you, can see Christ in you. And if you're out there and you don't know Jesus, this is how I get through. This is how I'm able to still have joy after losing my daughter, still have joy while I'm walking in this cancer diagnosis. He wants to know you. You don't have to go through hard times alone. He wants to know you and walk with you through it. So if you don't know Jesus and you want to, message me. I'll call you. We'll pray together. Okay? I hope you all have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye-bye.